up, everyone? I was tagged again for, obviously by the title, the What Grinds My Gears tag series, and I've seen a few people have done this already, so it seems like this one's making its way around pretty well. And the weird thing is, like, I think I actually created a tag series that was similar to this probably like a year ago. Maybe, I don't know, it was around a year ago. I remember doing it. It was 5 things that pissed me off. And I don't know whatever happened with that series, but, so I'm going to go ahead and do this one, because I like to get pissed off, as most people can't tell. But, I was tagged by a guy named spikesmth. Now, the thing about spikesmth is, I think he's, like, really undersubbed. And if you like the way I do my videos, you know, the ranty, kind of, like, cussing a lot, getting pissed off, check him out. He's a cool guy. He makes some cool fucking videos. And I think you guys will like him. He does a lot of gaming videos, which I'm not too big on newer games like he does, but, you know, nonetheless, he makes awesome videos, and he's a cool guy. So anyhow, he did his primarily on customer service. Now, like him, I work in, like, the food service. I work at a coffee shop, and there's a few things. Now, 95 to 99% of people don't do this shit. However, that being said, the people that do this fucking shit are the ones that you get pissed off about and you think about the most. It's not the good people, which it's unfortunate, but we do that. The first thing, actually a lot of this has to do with money and the exchange of money. And the first thing is, instead of, like, when you ring them up, instead of, like, handing the cash over, like, oh, here you go, they do this. Now, the thing that pisses me off about that is the fact that, you know, they drop it right in front of them, so you gotta reach your fucking arm out to get it. But the thing that really pisses me off is if you, out of spite, of course, you do the same thing to them with their change, they get pissed off about it. It's like, you fucking did the same fucking thing, you cunt! What the fuck? That's really fucking annoying. Another thing is, if they break out some big wad of cash like this, like, yeah, and, you know, you ring them up, and, you know, they pay for it, and then they don't tip you. It's like, you got this much fucking money, and you can't leave a fucking tip. Now, that being said, I'm a very good fucking tipper, okay? I'm a damn good tipper. Like, even if, like, I order pizza, and it comes to, like, 15 bucks, I'll give them 20, keep the change. 5 bucks, that's a pretty goddamn good tip. And I'm not gonna be, like, cheap. Like, if they leave, like, 50 cents, I'm not gonna be like, oh, you asshole. No, I gave you a fucking cup of coffee. 50 cents is cool. But to have that much money and to be that cheap, maybe that's why you have all that money. I don't know. Primarily, the thing that pisses me off, though, is the fact that some people see this as a fucking power play. They see it as, they're the customer, you're the fucking register jockey, so they can treat you however they want. A good story is this. This old fuck comes in, and I had just gotten into work. I wasn't even on the clock yet, and this guy came up, and, he's like, can you add, like, this to it, like, you know, a couple shots of espresso, because make it actually taste like a mocha. I was like, oh, well, you know, we make our mochas a little bit differently, you know, it's, you know, these places do it like this, yeah, oh, you know, he started getting off on this rant about, like, he's been to more coffee shops than I've ever seen and all this shit, and I'm just like, okay, you know, I'm sorry, you know, I apologize, you know, I wasn't trying to insult you. And then I was on the clock, and this is about 5 minutes later, he comes up like, you know, you shouldn't talk to customers like that. I'm like, what are you talking about? Because by this time, I was ready to punch him in his fucking face. You know, I don't fucking treat people like that. Why are they treating me like that? It's like, you know, you acted like I'm an idiot and all that. And I'm like, how did I do that? And of course, he didn't explain. He was like, it takes 6 months to get a new customer and 4 seconds to lose them. And I was so tempted to say, you think of that all on your own? But then he walked out. It's like, good, fuck you. I hope you never come back. I don't want to fucking see your goddamn face again. Fuck you. You know, and that just... God, I fucking hate people when they act like that. It's the same when you go to restaurants and they're so bitching at the waiter, like, oh, you know, I've waited 5 minutes for my food, and they're just, like, sitting there, and of course the waiter has to fucking sit there and take it. They can't do anything, or else they can risk losing their jobs, because of course these are the kind of people, they go to the fucking manager, and they bitch and cry. You know, oh, he treated me like shit. And it's like, no, you treated them like shit. It's the same as when I worked at fucking Toys R Us. You know, people bitching and crying because they can't get a deal or something like that. It's so fucking irritating. That shit brings my piss to a fucking boil. I'm telling you that right now. And one last thing is this. I hate the people who are never going to be satisfied, ever. They're not going to be. You know, it doesn't matter. Good example, again, at the coffee shop I work at. There's this huge group of girls. They came in, and they were all fine. You know, like, they were having a good time. You know, they were all, you could tell they were all going out and just, you know, it was a girls' night out and all that, and they were all fine, except for one. And they don't have this tea anymore. She wanted a tea. And we're like, well, you know, you probably want to go for this or this. You know, it's pretty standard tea. You know, if you're not a huge tea drinker, you're probably not going to like that. She got this kind of green tea. It was called Dragon Well. It was a really traditional Chinese green tea. So it has like a weird taste. It's not like the green tea that most people know. We had a kind like that. We don't have that anymore, but we did have it. And we told her, like, you know, well, I would go with this one if you want a green tea. She's like, no, I want Dragon Well. Okay. And it was less than $2 It wasn't like a big fucking investment. And the rest of the girls, you know, were making their drinks, and the girl with the tea came up like, I don't like this at all. Can I just have my money back? Like, well, we'll make you something else. You know, it's free because that's the policy. It's like, you know, we'll make you something until you're satisfied. No. I just give me my money back. I don't like this at all. This is disgusting. It's like, you fucking bitch. We told you probably wouldn't like it. This is because they were like, we had teas that were meant for like tea connoisseurs. You know, these people who are really into tea and, you know, they can identify all the fucking flavors and all this shit. But, you know, again, it's a fucking power play. You're just a register jockey. They're the customer. You need to fucking bend over backwards for them just to make them happy. And that pisses me off. You know, and like I said, it's a very small percentage of people that do this shit. However, those are the people that you think about and you get pissed off about because you've done nothing wrong, but they're just not going to be satisfied or they just want to be dicks. Anyhow, I'm going to tag a few people for this one, primarily because I think all 5 of them would do a pretty good response to this. And a lot of people have probably already been tagged. And if I say your name and you're already tagged, I apologize. You know, just disregard it. The first one is Got That Funk. Now, Got That Funk, I'm tagging him because he's one of those guys, he's like really friendly, but I can tell that he's got that side to him where he can get pissed off about shit. Because I've seen it a few times, and I like that about him. Next person is evogenvideos. We're good friends. You know, he tags me for shit. I tag him for shit. And I think he would do a good one. In fact, he'd probably even turn into a scientific video, which would be even cooler because I like his science videos. Next person is mrstripyhead, or you know, he's got a bunch of channels. Gay Greggy, Greg's Kitchen, mrstripyhead, and One God, One Jesus. And I've seen his, you know, ranty videos, and they're cool. So I'm tagging him. Next person is SuccubusFan85. He's another good friend of mine. In fact, all these guys are friends of mine. But he hasn't done videos for a while, and he's been looking for some ideas. So there you go, buddy. Do this one. It's fun. I promise. And the last person is stonedcommander. Stonedcommander, he generally follows through with every fucking video he's tagged for. So, all of you guys, I'm going to send you a PM, you know, tell you your tag. So hopefully you guys all do it. And if anyone else out there wants to do it, go ahead and do it. You know, I'm not one of those pricks who, well, I don't know. I haven't really seen anyone that gets mad if you're not tagged and you do it anyway. But go ahead and do it anyway if you want. But until next time, this is Bad 5, and I'll see you next video.